note down the question if you want to. The question that comes is explain the different types of jump in 8051 or supported in 8051 uh, uh, briefly. Okay, so that question can come, or you can they can directly put down the question as write short note on S jump, comma A jump, comma L jump, or they can question the question can come differentiate between S jump, comma A jump, or L jump. But definitely, it is one of the most important question, and a specific question has been asked in different papers. So that is why we have to cover that topic. और हमने वो topic cover किया है. आज जो हम टॉपिक करेंगे दैट इज द लास्ट सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन ग्रुप. So I'll just start the presentation. I'll start explaining it. So please note it down. Okay. So the last instruction, the set of instruction group that.
Recording.
Sorry.
Recording.
हाँ किया मैंने चालू किया ना नहीं हो
हाँ
गया. ओके ओके चालू है ना.
हाँ
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the last set of instruction group that we'll be discussing today is called as a branch instruction group. Okay. It will be called as a branch instruction group. So what is branch instruction? It is normally जो आपका instruction होता है वो कैसे execute होता है? Every time you execute the instruction, that will be executed in which fashion? How does the normal instruction execute? Line by line या jump होता है कहीं पे भी या कोई भी. It is generally line by line, right? Branch instruction में क्या होता है कि that line by line execution will get halted and will skip to some other location. So normally आपका PC जो होता है हमेशा it gets updated by PC plus one. It will normally gets incremented by one. But branch instruction में PC का जो address होगा it will not be PC plus one. It will be something else. So depending on some condition, depending on the statement that you're passing, उसकी वजह से जो आपका branch होगा there would be a branching that would happen. So PC का address would get updated to some other address. Okay, so that is the main role, or that is the such type of instruction which causes that would be come under, or that would be classified into the branch instruction. Is this point clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what was the last instruction number? Can anybody please tell me the number? The last instruction number. I think it was the in bit instruction or the bitwise instruction. Yeah, boolean instruction. Let's check करो. That I think that was the last instruction group that we have covered.
90.
What was the number?
90.
90. Okay, so this will be instruction number 91. So write down instruction number 91, instruction number 92, and instruction number 93. These are called as the jump instruction. Okay, so a jump is of three different types. So jump is basically classified as L jump. We have got short jump, and then we have got absolute jump. तो तीन तरीके का हमारे पास इंस्ट्रक्शन है. एल जंप के लिए हम लोग क्या पास करते हैं? व्हाट वी पास ओवर हियर, वी पास एल एड्रेस. इन शॉर्ट जंप वी पास आर एड्रेस, एंड इन एब्सोल्यूट जंप वी पास ए एड्रेस. ओके, सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे एड्रेस पास नहीं करते, वी जनरली पास लेबल. सो अगर एग्जांपल मैं यहाँ पे लिखूं तो एग्जांपल कैन बी रिटन डाउन एज एल जंप एंड वी पास अ लेबल कॉल्ड एज बैक. ओके, शॉर्ट जंप का अगर एग्जांपल लिखना है तो क्या लिखूंगा? एस जंप, and we can pass it a label called as skip. Okay, and a jump अगर मैं example देना चाहूँ तो a jump let's say go to. Okay, so go to is a label, it will go to that particular label. So every time I pass a label, but that label will be replaced by the different address. Okay, so back जो है वो replace हो जाएगा L address से. And what would be the size of the L address? 16 bit. 16 bit. So which will help me to jump from one location to another location without facing that problem. Okay. Then skip जो है, skip will get replaced by the R address, and that R address would be the size. What is the size of the R address?
8 bit.
8 bit. So that 8 bit will be called as a relative address, which suggests that कि हमको कितने आगे जाना है या कितने पीछे जाना है. So the range of short jump is generally in the positive side is plus 127, and in the negative side is minus 128. Okay, so that is the range of short jump. And then we have the last jump, which is called as the absolute jump. The absolute jump will have a go-to label, and that go-to label will get replaced by the absolute address. So that absolute address has a size of
8 bit.
8 bit, So 8 bit will be put over there, and because कोई भी location पे अगर आपको जाना है, that location is generally of 16 bit in size, so 8 bit आपको यहाँ से मिल जाता है. उसके बाद what about the first 5 bit? First 5 bit is
From previous
copied from the previous PC. So जो भी previous PC होगा उसका पहला 5 bit होगा. उसके बाद 3 bit is on the basis of the opcode of the, that is your assembler is using. So जो भी opcode से replace होगा, because AJump has 8 different types of opcode, so whichever the AJump it is being replaced on, so that 3 bit will come from the opcode that you're using. So 5 plus 3 plus 8, which is given in the absolute address, will result in a 16-bit address, and that 16-bit address will be put into the PC. So this is the thing that we have covered in the last 3 lectures. Okay, so yeah, so these are the 3 instructions. One is called as a LJump LADD, second one is called as a SJump RADD, third one is called as a AJump AADD. Is this point clear? Is the jumping clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next we have, anybody has a doubt? Okay. Next we have the last instruction in jump also. So that is called as instruction number 94. So the last instruction, which is 94 in jump, is JMP @ A plus DPTR. So there is another instruction which is A plus DPTR. So what happens over here? Normal execution will happen as soon as it sees this thing. It calculates the location from 2 different registers. दो register के अंदर इसका address दिया हुआ है. So one is in the accumulator and another is the data pointer. So ये दो address को combine करके whatever is the address, it would jump to that particular location. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
But it is very rarely used. इसके लिए इसके ऊपर आपको hardly कुछ content मिलेगा. But there is an instruction which does that. Okay, there is an instruction which take the combination of 2 address. One is called as an accumulator, other is called as data pointer. दोनों को combine करके it will create an address, and that address will be put into the PC. So आप उस location पे directly jump कर सकते हो with the help of jump instruction. As simple as that. Generally very rarely use this instruction, but since it is there, so we have to study it. So jump के अंदर 4 instruction आते हैं. One is called as a LJump, second one is called as SJump, third one is called as an absolute jump, and the fourth one is called as a JMP @ A plus DPTR. So we have got 4 different types of jump. Then we have got another category of branch instruction called as call. Okay, so 2 category होती है instruction, branch instruction के अंदर. एक को jump बोला जाता है और एक को call बोला जाता है. Okay, so call के अंदर we have got 2 set of instruction. So instruction number 95 we have got A call. Okay, so A call we can pass A address, or we can absolute address, or we can pass अगर example देखा जाए तो इसको example लिखने के लिए we pass A call, and we can call as go to, या कोई भी एक label आप यहाँ पे दे सकते हो. Okay, so that is instruction number 95. Instruction number 96 is called as L call. Okay, and we pass L address into it. And the example that you can give is L call, and the label that you can give is back. Okay, so yeah, we have got these 2 set of instruction. One is called as a call and L call. There is no S call in it. S call का कोई instruction नहीं है. So A call, as the name is, A is absolute call, and L call is called as a long call. So basically 2 type का call होता है हमारे पास, and the both the functionality or the both working is similar to the jumping working. Okay, so there is a difference between jump and a call. So can anybody tell me what is the difference between jump and call? What is the difference between jump and a call? Is there a difference or both are same? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what is the
Jump you skip to any
jump when?
in jump instruction you
आप जावा
skip
के
some
अंदर,
instruction, go back to some instruction like
ओके, जावा के अंदर आप जब फंक्शन लिखते हो, कोई भी फंक्शन को,
jump instruction update the program counter value.
okay, and what about call?
कॉल सबरूटीन यूज करते हैं सर बेसिकली.
क्या यूज करता है?
सबरूटीन्स.
सब रूटीन यूज करता है. सो या सो दैट इज ओके. बट सब रूटीन में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन? आई जस्ट राइट डाउन, आई विल जस्ट एक्सप्लेन इट. नॉर्मली जो आपका प्रोग्राम होता है दैट इज रिटन लाइन बाय लाइन. आप लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूट करते हो. एक पोजीशन पे आते हो जहाँ पे आपको जंप मिलना. यू कम टू दिस पोजीशन and after getting to this position you jump to that location. After jumping to that location you execute line by line, line by line, line by line. You never come back and jump. जंप में आप वापस उस लोकेशन पे नहीं जाते जहां से आपने जंप किया है. ओके, आप स्किप करते हो, आगे बढ़ जाते हो. ओके, आप रिटर्न नहीं आते. whereas in call आपका प्रोग्राम जो है वो नॉर्मल एग्जीक्यूशन हो रहा है. ओके, एवरी टाइम लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूशन हो रहा है. you get a call to a subroutine, which is the good word which has been used. So subroutine call आएगा, you go to that subroutine. Subroutine has been defined somewhere. You basically execute subroutine line by line आपने execute किया. As soon as it get executed, you have to come back to the next instruction. So जहाँ से call आया था उसके अगले instruction पे आप return आ जाते हो. There is a concept of return in call. So call में you have to go back to the position where you have came from. Okay, यानी जहाँ से आप आए हो उसके अगले इंस्ट्रक्शन पे आपको जाना पड़ेगा. Then that will be called as a call. Okay, और अगर आप रिटर्न नहीं जाओगे, अगर आपको एक बार आपने आगे बढ़ गए, अगर आप पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखोगे, that would be called as a jump. So यहाँ पे कॉल रिटर्न हुआ. रिटर्न होने के बाद अगेन लाइन बाय लाइन यहाँ पे एग्जीक्यूशन होगा till the program get terminated. Is it clear? Is the difference between jump and call clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the only difference between jump and call is in jump we don't have to return back, whereas in call we have to return back. Okay, so this is a normal program. This is a program that you are executing, and where you are jumping to, that would be called as a subroutine. Okay, subroutine in normal programming language we can call it as a function or we can call it as a method. Okay, so ये उसको हम subroutine assembly language के program के हिसाब से बोला जाता है. Okay, so अगर कोई भी प्रोग्राम आप लिख रहे हो और अचानक से कॉल आया, you go to the subroutine, you execute the subroutine, and then you have to come back to its original position. Okay, so after compiling it, after performing executing the subroutine, you have to come back to the next position where you have jumped from or where you have left the normal program. Okay, so that process is called as call. So one call is called as a call, and we give a label. So a call में अगर आपने label pass किया, so that would give you that will allow you to jump to any program or to call any subroutine which is defined in that page only. उसी पेज के अंदर होगा तभी आप उधर कॉल कर सकते हो. और अगर एल कॉल है, सो एल कॉल के अंदर आप वही रूटीन सारे सब रूटीन को कॉल कर सकते हो जो कि रोम के अंदर प्री डिफाइंड है. So there is a difference between a call and l call. Is the difference between a call and l call clear to you?
Repeat, sir.
Yeah. So a call और l call जो है आपका, a is called as absolute, l is called as a long. Okay. So both call are performing the call only, and they are calling to what? What they are calling to? They are calling to a subroutine. Subroutine is nothing but it is a function or procedure that we generally write down in program. So ये function को, for example, add is a subroutine, subtract, divide, multiply. You can create a function out of it. Average करके एक function आप बना सकते हो. So कोई भी एक function आपने अगर बनाया है, उस function को अगर आपको call करना है, so आप call करते हो. Call करने के बाद उसको execute करते हो. उसको execute करने के बाद आप return करते हो. लेकिन it depends कि आपने वो function कहाँ पे store किया है. अगर वो उसी पेज में स्टोर किया है, then you can call a call. अगर वो आप कहीं पे भी अगर आपने स्टोर किया है और कहीं पे भी अगर आपको कॉल करना है, in that case you can use l call. There is no concept of s call. Small call करके कोई concept नहीं है. There is only two instruction which is allowed in call category. One is called as a call and another is called as l call. Is this part clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So जब भी आप कॉल करते हो, whenever you call it, normally क्या होता है, अगर ये instruction execute हुआ, PC gets updated and it will point to this instruction. Okay, so as soon as call there is a call which has been executed, ये call execute हुआ, यानी fetch हुआ. As soon as it get fetch, PC क्या होगा? PC will come to this location, right? जैसे call fetch हुआ, PC will get updated, right?
Yes.
So let's call this position जहाँ जो next है call के बाद वाला instruction को let's call it as a returning address. यानी this is the address where we want to return. सो अभी करंटली जो पीसी है, पीसी होल्ड्स द रिटर्निंग एड्रेस, राइट? पीसी के पास अभी फिलहाल रिटर्निंग एड्रेस है, यानी कॉल के बाद वाला इंस्ट्रक्शन. सो व्हाट हैपेंस एज सून एज इट रिसीव्स द कॉल, पीसी का जो कंटेंट है वो क्या होगा, अपडेट होना चाहिए. व्हाट पीसी शुड होल्ड नाउ, सब रूटीन का एड्रेस या रिटर्निंग एड्रेस? एज सून एज इट गेट्स कॉल, व्हाट इट शुड होल्ड नाउ?
रिटर्निंग एड्रेस.
अगर रिटर्निंग एड्रेस किया तो फिर वो जंप कहाँ पे करेगा? पीसी के अंदर हमेशा वो होना चाहिए जो नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होना है. अगर रिटर्निंग एड्रेस अगर होल्ड करके रखेगा, सो इट विल नेवर जंप टू द सब रूटीन, राइट? सो पीसी को अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. तो पीसी के अंदर आपको सब रूटीन एड्रेस डालना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू ऐड सब रूटीन एड्रेस इनटू इट. लेकिन अगर सब रूटीन अगर आपने डाल दिया उसके अंदर, ओके, अगर आपने सब रूटीन एड्रेस उसके अंदर डाल दिया तो रिटर्निंग एड्रेस आपका लूज हो जाएगा. ओके, यानी अगर आपको रिटर्न आना पड़ेगा, बेसिकली व्हाट हैपेंस, सब रूटीन एड्रेस आपने डाल दिया, आपका पीसी यहाँ पे आ चुका है. अब वो क्या करेगा, इसको फेच करेगा, इसको डिकोड करेगा, एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, फिर पीसी प्लस वन होगा वो यहाँ पे आएगा, फिर पीसी प्लस वन होगा वो यहाँ पे आएगा. सो दिस विल ऑल गेट एग्जीक्यूटेड, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा, यहाँ तक पीसी आपका पहुंच चुका है. अब आपको क्या करना है, वापस रिटर्निंग एड्रेस डालना पड़ेगा ताकि ये रिटर्न आ जाए. लेकिन आपने पीसी को रिप्लेस कर दिया ऐसे से, यानी सब रूटीन एड्रेस से आपने रिप्लेस कर दिया, तो आपके पास रिटर्निंग एड्रेस तो है नहीं, तो आप क्या करोगे? व्हाट विल हैपन ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम? You have lost your returning address. So what you have to do? Before storing the subroutine address, can we store the returning address somewhere? Do we need to store the returning address somewhere?
Stack.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to perform the first operation on the PC. पहले returning address को हमें stack पे डालना पड़ेगा. So to put anything on the stack, that operation will be called as push or pop.
Push.
So we'll push what? Returning address or push subroutine address? What will push?
Returning address.
So we'll push the returning address where onto the stack. So this is the first thing that we do. After pushing the returning address onto the stack, then we can store subroutine address into the PC. Is this point clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So after putting the address, subroutine address into the PC, now you can go to that subroutine. You can perform the line by line execution of the subroutine. Once it is get over, there is an instruction number 97. That instruction is called as a RET. Okay, so RET stand for
Return.
return. On looking at the instruction by the name of RET, जो आपका प्रोसेसर है, ये जो आपका प्रोसेसर है वो क्या करेगा? It will perform an operation. That operation will be called as, पीसी के अंदर रिटर्निंग एड्रेस डालना है, लेकिन रिटर्निंग एड्रेस कहाँ पे? Where is the returning address right now?
Stack
point.
So आपको स्टैक से निकालना है. So what you have to do? Which operation you need to perform? So pop. The third operation that you do over here is called as a pop. So what will pop out? Pop out the returning address. Once you have got the returning address, you need to update your PC. So PC के अंदर क्या आएगा now? What will PC hold?
PC plus next instruction.
Next instruction और returning address. क्या डालोगे आप?
Returning address.
Returning address. You put a returning address. So whatever the returning address you have popped out of the stack, that would be stored into the PC. So this is the fourth step that you perform in the call. So ये कौन करता है? Third and fourth कौन करता है? The return instruction does that. First and second कौन करता है? The call instruction does that. Okay. So 97 पे the instruction is called as a RET. RET is nothing but the returning instruction. So return instruction क्या करता है? It performs two operations. So whatever is pointed at the top of the stack, that is first popped out. That is assumed to be a returning address, and that address is stored into the PC. And on that location, your PC will be updated, and you can continue from that location. So that is called as a instruction number 97, called as a return. Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is another instruction number 98 by the name of RET-I. Okay, there is another instruction by the name of RET-I. So what is the meaning of it? So it is similar to normal return. The only difference between RET-I and RET is RET जो है, that is the last statement of a subroutine. जो भी एक normal subroutine है आपका, उसका last statement would be RET, whereas RET-I जो है, it would be last statement of a ISR. Do you know what is the full form of ISR?
इंटरप्ट सबरूटीन.
सो इट इज इंटरप्ट सब रूटीन, यानी इंटरप्ट जब अकर होगा, इंटरप्ट के लिए जब आप सब रूटीन लिखोगे उसके अंदर आपको रेट आई लिखना पड़ेगा. सो रेट आई इज रिटर्निंग फ्रॉम द इंटरप्ट. ओके, सो दैट इज रेट आई. और वेरेज अगर आप नॉर्मल रिटर्न लिखोगे इट इज जनरली फॉर द सब रूटीन. सो सब रूटीन का मतलब नॉर्मल फंक्शन होता है. ISR का मतलब क्या होता है? द फंक्शन डिफाइंड फॉर द इंटरप्ट, जो इंटरप्ट के लिए लिखा जाता है. ओके, तो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप यूएसबी कनेक्ट करते हो तो यूएसबी में अगर आपने फंक्शन लिखा है कि as soon as a USB is connected please pop up the new window. Okay, so that is the ISR that has been defined by you, आपने वैसा डिफाइन किया है. So हर एक इंटरप्ट के लिए there would be a sub routine which has been defined by you. So that sub routine for the interrupt will be called as a ISR. और अगर एक नॉर्मल सब रूटीन है, नॉर्मल फंक्शन है जो अगर आपको डिफाइन करना है नॉट फॉर द इंटरप्ट से, अगर कोई भी विदाउट इंटरप्ट अगर आपको सब रूटीन रन करना है दैट वुड बी कॉल्ड एज अ सब रूटीन. तो सब रूटीन का लास्ट स्टेटमेंट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रेट एंड ISR का लास्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रेट आई. इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रेट एंड रेट आई क्लियर?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just go to the next page and we'll look into the difference between jump and call. So jump and call के बीच में difference क्या है? So we'll just list out. So exam में there might be a chances कि first question के अंदर they might ask you the difference between the jump instruction and call instruction. So the first one is basically the first difference is basically whenever a jump instruction occurs, so it basically jumps to that location, and will it come back or never come back?
Never come back.
It jumps to location and never come back. So that is the first difference. This, in case of call, what will happen? It jumps to subroutine. It jumps to subroutine and come back or not come back. Will it come back or will it not come
Yes, come back.
back? It will come back.
Come
Okay,
back.
so it will come back. So that is the first difference. Second is jump will have a return instruction or it will not have a return instruction.
Not have written instruction.
It will not have RET instruction, whereas call will have RET instruction. Okay, so second difference is call will have the RET instruction. Okay, so call will have RET instruction. उसके बाद और कोई difference? Any other difference? Jump can be of three different types. Majorly, what are the difference? What are the different types of jump we have?
L jump.
L
S
jump, A jump, S jump. Okay, so we have got three different types of jump. Whereas call कितने type के हैं?
L call. A
L
call.
call and A call. So yeah, so third difference is call is of two type. One is called as a L call, and we can have a A call. Okay, is it clear? The fourth difference is that jump जो है आपका, the jump that you give, that jumping can be conditional or unconditional. Conditional और unconditional का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of conditional and unconditional? यानी अगर आपको jump करना है, so it depends on the condition. It can depend on condition or it cannot be depend on condition. तो अगर आप normal jump करना चाहो, आप normal jump भी कर सकते हो. अगर आप condition देना चाहो, यानी ये condition होगा तभी आपको jump करना है. So there can be two different types of condition. Both are possible. Jump can be conditional or unconditional. Is that point clear? Is that point clear?
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. So jump instruction can be further classified into conditional and unconditional, which we'll be looking later. हम थोड़ी देर में देखेंगे अभी. लेकिन जो call है, that would only be conditional or unconditional. The call will be.
Unconditional.
What will be the call? It will always be unconditional, right? अगर आपको call करना है, आप वहाँ पे डालो. There is no condition. You can call. You can go to that particular subroutine and you can perform the operation. So call is generally unconditional. Call is unconditional. You don't check any condition to perform to call that particular function. But whenever you want to jump, that jumping is generally done on the basis of conditions, or it can be unconditional also. So jumping are generally both conditional or unconditional, whereas call is generally unconditional. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So in jump, will there be operation on stack? No.
Stack is not
So
middle.
yeah, so you can write down there is no operation on stack. There is no operation on stack. Whereas in case of call, will there be operation on stack?
Yes.
Yeah, so there will be operation on stack. So मोटे मोटे तौर पे इतने difference काफी है. Okay, so there will be operation on stack. So please write down in your words. थोड़ा writing मेरा यहाँ पे उतना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. So अगर आप फिर से repeat करवाना चाहते हो, I'll just repeat it. So the first difference is that in jump, you go to that location, you go to the jump label, and then you never come back in jump. Whereas in the call, you go to the label or the subroutine, and then you have to come back to the next instruction of the call. So call के next instruction पे आपको return करना पड़ता है. Second difference is that in jump there is no concept of return instruction, यानी आपको return instruction को use नहीं करना है. Whereas in the call you have to use the return instruction. Okay. In the third difference is that jump is mainly of three different types. One is called as the long jump, short jump, and absolute jump. Whereas call is of two different types. One is called as a L call, and the second one is called as a A call. Okay. Then jump can be of majorly two different types. One is called as a conditional jump and unconditional jump. Whereas call is generally of one type, which is called as an unconditional call. Okay. The last difference is that the jump, there will be no operation onto the stack, because stack पे तभी operation होगा जब आपको return आना पड़ेगा. Because on jump we don't have to come back, so there will be nothing will be stored onto the stack. Whereas in call there would be operation performed on a stack, because we need to come back to the next position where we have jumped or we have called this subroutine. So that address has to be stored onto the stack, and that address would be called as a returning address. So we have to store the returning address onto the stack. So definitely the operation will be performed onto the stack. Is the difference clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what was the last instruction? Instruction number last क्या था? किसी को याद है? Instruction number 98.
90.
Yeah. So we'll write down the next set of instruction. The next set of instruction will be conditional jump. Okay. Conditional jump हम use करेंगे next set of instruction. So these jump basically that will be performing. So first thing is basically all will be performed, or all the jumps that will be using. Please make a note of it. जितने भी conditional jump के अंदर या जितने भी jump हम आगे देखेंगे, that will be based on short jump. So सब short jump पे based. Okay, everything will be based on short jump. So whatever the label that we generally pass, that label will be replaced by L address, R address, or A address. What it will be replaced by?
R address.
R address, which is a 8-bit relative address. Okay, so the first one that we see is called as I will just write down the generic type. एक generic type लिख देता हूँ और उसके फिर हम classification देखेंगे with the numbers. Okay, so the instruction is called as CJNE. Don't write the number as 99. I'm just writing down a generic instruction. Okay, CJNE x comma y comma label. Okay, so what will happen? Can you tell me? Any wild guess? The difference, how you can refer it? CJNE. कैसे आप इसको बोल सकते हो? The full form of it, CJNE.
Compare and jump if not equal.
Yeah, so C stands for compare, J stands for jump, N stands for not, E stands for equal. So compare and jump if not equal. Whom to compare? किसको compare करना है? Whom to compare? We have to compare X and Y. Okay, and where to jump?
Label.
Where to jump? Label पे jump करना है. Okay, so what we are doing is we are comparing X with Y. So अगर X बड़ा है या Y बड़ा है या दोनों एक दूसरे से बड़े हैं या छोटे हैं, in that case it is not equal. So if it is not equal, then only you have to jump. If it is equal, in that case क्या होगा? If it is equal, that means अगर आपका line by line execution हो रहा है, CJNE हुआ, okay, CJNE हुआ, X Y और label आपने दिया है, okay, उसके कुछ line लिखा है और ये line पे आपका label लिखा है. So if it is not equal, it will jump to this location. What if X and Y are equal? What will happen?
Next instruction execute होगा.
Line by line.
So basically ये instruction के बाद ये वाली instruction पे आप आ जाओगे. So basically you will perform the line by line execution. You will not jump to some other random location. your PC will get updated by PC plus 1. अगर by chance वो equal नहीं होता, if it is not equal, in that case PC will get updated by what? PC plus R address minus 02. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah. So that is the instruction which is called as compare jump if not equal, generally used for creating the loops. Okay, so loop के लिए generally loop के लिए बहुत उतना यूज नहीं किया जाता जैसे दूसरे हैं, but yeah generally इसका यूज होता है काफी जगह पे. कोई भी कंडीशनल जंप करना है या अगर एक जगह से दूसरी जंप या कोई भी ब्रांचिंग अगर करना है, in that case CGNA is definitely used. Okay, so it is kind of if else जो हम जावा में यूज करते हैं. Similarly CGNA is used for that case. Okay, loop के लिए there are some other jumps that we'll be seeing later, but this is generally used for while or if else जो आप जावा में या C में use करते हो. The same functionality is used for CGNA. Okay, so for that instruction, what was the last? 98 was the last instruction, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this instruction, this type of instruction, which is CGNE, has 4 different types. So we'll have instruction number 99. Instruction number 99 is CJNE, A comma hash data, A comma hash data, comma label. Okay, I don't have the place to write down, so it is last one is label. So what we are doing, comparing what with what?
Data stored in A with
Comparing data with
We are
accumulated
comparing
data.
A with the data, any data which is 8-bit data or 16-bit data.
8-bit.
8-bit
8-bit
data. We are
data.
comparing A accumulator, whatever stored in accumulator with the 8-bit data, and which addressing mode will it be? कौन सा addressing mode होगा ये?
Immediate.
It is immediate because we
Immediate.
are passing the data immediately. So immediate data जो भी आपको मिलेगा उस data से आप accumulator के अंदर की जो data है उसको compare करोगे. If it is not equal, it will do what? It will do what? It will jump or not
Line
jump?
by line.
It will.
Not jump.
If it is not equal, it will jump. It will jump to that label. If it is equal, if A is equal to the data, in that case it will go. It will perform line by line execution. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So the comparison will happen between the accumulator and the data. So that is instruction number 99. Instruction number 100 is the another way of writing the CJNE. So it is CJNE A comma address comma label. So I'll just write down the example over here. CJNE A comma hash 25H comma label, and that label is replaced by R address. Okay, so always remember that. यहाँ पे आप R address से replace करोगे इसको, because the jump that you are performing, which type of jump you are using? L jump, A jump और S jump?
Yes.
Short jump. So that so हमेशा L label जो है replace हो जाएगा R address से. So if you want, you can write, instead of writing label, you can write down R address also over there. आपके ऊपर है, आपको क्या लिखना होगा. Either you can refer it as a R address or you can refer it as a label. Okay, so CJNE A comma address comma label. So इसका example क्या होगा? CJNE A comma 25H comma label. So what is the difference between instruction number 99 and 100? We have hash 25 over there and we have 25 over here. So what is the difference between hash and 25 without hash? With hash it is called as data. Without hash it is called as address. So what we are comparing? What we are comparing in the second instruction? In the second instruction, what we are comparing?
Data stored in A and data stored at 25H.
Yeah. So we are comparing the data stored in accumulator and the data which is stored or pointed by the address 25H. Both the data will be compared. If it is not equal, it will do what? If it is not equal, it will do what?
Jump.
It will jump to a label, and that label will be replaced by which address?
R address.
R address. So your PC will become what? PC will become what?
PC plus R
PC
address
plus
minus 0 to
R
H.
address minus 0.
Minus 2.
Okay, clear? Is this part clear? Yeah. So that is instruction number 100. We have instruction number 101 now. And which addressing mode was it? Instruction number 100 का addressing mode क्या था?
Direct.
Direct.
It is direct address. नहीं, it is register addressing mode. नहीं, कौन सा? हाँ, direct होगा, direct होगा. It will be direct addressing. It will be direct addressing mode. Okay. Then we have instruction number 101. Over here we have CJNE. Okay. Then we have RR, comma, hash data, comma, label. So what is happening over here? What is happening? One of the operand is where? One of the operand is where in a register, and the other operand is directly passed into instruction, right? Is it clear? So RR के अंदर का जो भी data होगा, that data will be compared to the data, and if that data is not equal, it will jump to label. If it is equal, then it will perform the next instruction. So it will perform the line by line execution. Whereas if it is not equal, in that case, it would jump to that particular label. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
So what is RR in this case? What is RR? RR आप क्या pass करोगे? क्या push करोगे? RR कौन सा register? It is generally R0 to R7. You can use any register that you feel like, but generally आप avoid करते हो R0 और R1 को, और accumulator को आप generally avoid करते हो. Okay? Why we generally avoid it? Because R0 जो है वो आपका address भी store कर सकता है, आप future में use कर सकते हो. So generally the possibility of using R2 to R7 is very less. So generally we prefer to use R2 to R7. But it is also supported by R0. It is also supported by R1. But we generally try to avoid that. Okay? क्योंकि R0 और R1 जो दो register है आपका, those two register will hold what? The address where you want to perform the indirect operation. अगर आपको indirect addressing mode use करना है, तो उसके लिए आपको R0 और R1 के अंदर address pass करना पड़ेगा. No other register will hold the address into it. Is that point clear?
Yes.
So CJNE अगर आपको एग्जाम्पल लिखना है या अगर आपको नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम के अंदर लिखना है CJNE, और अगर आपको RR यूज करना है, so better go with R7 because R7 is hardly used, and whatever the data is stored in R7, that can be compared with the data, let's say 25H. If it is not equal to 25H, it will jump to a label. If it is equal, it will perform the normal execution, which is line by line execution. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is instruction number 101. We'll go to the next instruction, which is 102 instruction. Instruction number 102. So instruction number 102 is also CJNE. So in that CJNE, we have @RP, comma, hash n, comma, या hash n की जगह पे hash data, comma, label. So what we are doing? What we are comparing between whom and whom?
Data and address.
Data and, are we comparing with the address? No.
Address.
Address से compare कैसे कर सकते हो? We have to compare with data only.
Data stored at address pointed by RP.
Yeah. So the data is stored at some address. That address is stored into a register which is called as a pointer register. So what are the pointer register that we have? How many pointer register we have?
R0 and R1.
R0 and R1. So the example that you can give is CJNE @R0. So R0 के अंदर जो भी store है, that is not data, that is considered as an address, and on that address, whatever is the data that is stored, that data is compared with the data that you put over here. So let's say 25H अगर मैंने put किया है, so 25 जो डेटा है आपका, वो R0 के अंदर जो एड्रेस है, उस एड्रेस पे जो डेटा है, अगर वो 25 के बराबर नहीं है, if it is not equal, then in that case what will happen? If it is not equal, what will happen? It will jump to label, and if it is equal, in that case normal execution will happen. So you'll perform, your PC will get updated by PC plus 1, and if it is not equal, in that case your PC will get updated with what value? PC will be equal to PC plus
R address minus
R address plus minus 0. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this instruction clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So these all
Yes, sir.
instructions, yeah, these all instructions are generally called as a conditional jump. We have a condition. We have to check that condition. Okay. So these are the most widely used, and इसका जो general example है, the example is that you get is generally used for while loops or if else का अगर आपको condition, अगर आपको ऐसा कुछ conditional statement अगर आपको करना है, in that case you have to use this kind of statement. नेक्स्ट जो हम इंस्ट्रक्शन देखेंगे दैट आर द मोस्ट वाइडली यूज्ड, 90% टाइम्स आप वही इंस्ट्रक्शन को यूज करोगे, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज DJNZ. So what was the last instruction that we used? 102. So 103 हम डायरेक्टली जाने से पहले विल जस्ट लुक एट द जेनरिक एग्जांपल. एक जेनरिक एग्जांपल देते हैं. तो DJNZ, ओके, इसका जो जेनरिक एग्जांपल है, वी हैव अ काउंट एंड देन वी हैव अ लेबल. So what is happening? Can you tell me the generic example? What is happening over here? The full form of DJNZ.
Decrement and jump if not 0.
Yeah. So DJNZ का full form is decrement and jump if not 0. What we have to decrement? किसको decrement करना है आपको? Count को. और क्या 0 नहीं होना चाहिए? या क्या 0 होगा तो आपको jump नहीं करना है, और 0 हो नहीं 0 है तो आपको jump करना है. So what we are checking? Which content are we checking?
Count.
We are checking the count. So अगर आपका count let's say 5 है, so decrement jump if not 0, and it will jump to that label. So since 5 is not 0, it will jump to the label. अगर फिर आपने decrement किया, 5 has become now 4, so वो वापस check करेगा is 4 equal to 0, it is not equal to 0, it will go back to the label. फिर वो check करेगा अगली बार count will become -1, so it will become 3 now, again it is not equal to 0, it will go back to the label. Again it will check what is the count, it will decrement first, the count has become 2, it is not equal to 0, it will go back to the label. As soon as it becomes 0, decrement करके it will break out of the loop. Okay, वो loop से बाहर आ जाएगा और आपका normal execution होगा. So generally this instruction DJNZ is the instruction which we use for creating what? What we are used for creating? Loops. So loops को अगर आपको 8051 में create करना है, कोई भी program के अंदर अगर आपको loop का use करना है, in that case there will be DJNZ involved in it. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So loops को पहले हम DJNZ को discuss करने पहले we'll have to understand what are the different types of loops that we have. Okay. So loops जो है वो दो तरीके के हो सकते हैं. एक को बोलते हैं हम infinite loop, okay, और एक को हम बोलते हैं finite loop. Okay, we have got two different types of loop. One is called as a finite loop, other is called as a infinite loop. So what is infinite loop and what is finite loop? Infinite का मतलब
Never ending.
so the loop which never gets ended, right? So that is called as an infinite loop. Finite loop का मतलब it will end at certain point, right? It will end at certain point. So कोई भी जो loop है वो आपके दो कैटेगरी में आता है. एक हमेशा जो चलता रहेगा, जो कभी रुक नहीं सकता, और एक ऐसा loop जो कुछ टाइम के बाद वो रुक जाएगा, वो halt हो जाएगा. So any example that you can think of which comes under the infinite loop? Any program that you can think? Is infinite loop important या गलती से चले जाता है infinite loop?
गलती से हो जाता है
जरूरत नहीं infinite loop का.
तो फिर प्रोग्राम
Depends.
खत्म ही नहीं होगा.
तो ऐसा कोई प्रोग्राम होता है क्या जो कभी खत्म नहीं होता? Is there such program which never ends?
नो.
Think. There has to be program, right? कोई ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है ना कि हर प्रोग्राम रुकना चाहिए. What about the clock that you are using? जो आप घड़ी हाथ में पहनते हो, डिजिटल क्लॉक अगर आपको बनाना है, so do you want that clock to stop for एक दिन के बाद वो क्लॉक रुक जाना चाहिए? ऐसा कोई क्लॉक होता है क्या?
No.
So there has to be clock which has to run for lifetime, right? अगर हाँ सेल खत्म हो गया तो आपकी घड़ी रुक जाएगी, लेकिन जैसे ही आप घड़ी डालोगे आपका नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम वहीं से स्टार्ट होगा, बराबर. सो इन्फिनाइट लूप जनरली जो है, जो ऐसे प्रोग्राम होते हैं जो आपके कंटिन्यूस चलते रहते हैं. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मेरा एक नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम है, इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर मैंने नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम किया, एज सुन एज मिनट को मैंने आवर को इनिशियलाइज किया, ओके, उसके बाद सेकंड को मैंने इनिशियलाइज किया, सेकेंड को मैंने 0 से इनिशियलाइज किया. As soon as it become 60, it will make your minute as 1. As soon as your minute become 60, it will make your hour as 1. As soon as hour has become 1, as soon as hour has become 1, it will make your day as 1. तो ये जो पार्ट है आपका डे 1 होने के बाद अगले दिन क्या सेकंड कम हो जाएंगे या मिनट कम हो जाएंगे, आवर कम हो जाएंगे या दिन छोटा हो जाएगा? इट विल रिमेन सेम.
Same.
इट विल रिमेन सेम, राइट? सो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, ये कोड को आपको रीरन करना पड़ेगा. देन अगले दिन फिर से आपको रीरन करना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद वाले दिन भी आपको रीरन करना पड़ेगा. ये कब तक रन करना पड़ेगा? whenever you till what time you want to run it? Infinite time or finite time?
Infinite.
Infinite time. So this is the example of infinite time. So another example here you can think is, अगर आप ट्रैफिक सिग्नल पे जाते हो तो ट्रैफिक सिग्नल पे जो आपका रेड लाइट, येलो लाइट और जो ग्रीन लाइट होता है, so again that is infinite times or finite time?
Infinite.
It is again infinite time. So जहाँ पे भी आपको एप्लीकेशन कंटिन्यूसली रनिंग मोड में चाहिए, so in that case that application has to have a infinite loop defined in it. Okay, so अगर आप उस केस में रेड सिग्नल जो है आपका, लेट्स से अगर आप 60 सेकंड के लिए रखते हो तो 60 सेकंड के लिए रेड होता है. as soon as 60 second get over, it will go into the yellow signal for 10 second. as soon as yellow signal go in for 10 second, it will go into the green signal. तो ग्रीन सिग्नल के लिए 2 मिनट के लिए अंदर रहेगा. आफ्टर परफॉर्मिंग दैट ऑपरेशन इट विल गो जंप बैक टू द ओरिजिनल पोजीशन. तो ये कंटिन्यूअसली चलता रहता है as long as there is a battery in it, as long as battery does not run out. बैटरी रन हो गया तो प्रोसेसर डेड हो जाता है, प्रोसेसर डेड हो गया तो आपका ऑपरेशन होगा नहीं. लेकिन as long as you वापस पावर ऑन करते हो, आपका वहीं से प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूशन होता है, वो चलता ही रहता है. So yeah, so there is a infinite loop. Infinite loop ऐसा नहीं है कि गलती से चले जाता है. It also happens कि वो infinite loop में चले जाता है. But generally there is a application which has a infinite loop defined in it. Okay, so इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि infinite loop नहीं होता. So अगर आपको infinite loop बनाना है, so आप क्या करोगे? What you can do is, let's say there is a label defined over here which by a name of back. आप नॉर्मल प्रोग्राम लिखते हो, बैक के पास आप जाते हो, उसके बाद आप लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूशन जो आपको करना है वो आप करते हो. ओके, यू लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूशन. यहाँ पे आने के बाद आपने यहाँ पे शॉर्ट जंप कर दिया. यू हैव अप्लाइड अ शॉर्ट जंप ओवर हियर एंड द लेबल डिफाइंड इन शॉर्ट जंप इज बैक. ओके, सो इसका मतलब क्या होगा? यहाँ से लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूशन होगा. It will go into the back. It will execute line by line. As soon as it receives short jump receive करने के बाद क्या करेगा ये? What it will do? It will go back to back label. Back label के आने के बाद फिर से क्या होगा? Perform what? Line by line execution. Come back to short jump. After receiving short jump, it will what? Do what? Go what? Back to the label. Again come down, go back to the label. So will it stop somewhere? So
No.
This is how we create a infinite loop. So there is no condition to stop it. So आपको unconditional jump use करके आपको कहीं पे भी jump करना है तो आप उसको loop में डाल दोगे तो वो it will create an infinite loop. Is it clear? Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So जो next loop जो आप पढ़ोगे that is called as a finite loop. Finite loop के अंदर क्या होता है? What happens in finite loop is कि आप जो भी प्रोग्राम लिखे हो और जो भी प्रोग्राम को अगर आपको रिपीट करना है, so कितनी बार रिपीट करना है, that count you can put into a count. कोई भी एक रजिस्टर के अंदर आप काउंट डाल सकते हो और उस काउंट को आप क्या करोगे? डिक्रीमेंट करोगे. और डिक्रीमेंट करने के लिए सबसे पहले आप क्या करोगे? पहले तो लेट्स से मेक इट एज अ लेबल. मैं इस लेबल को बैक कर देता हूँ, इस पॉइंट को. बैक के बाद जो भी पार्ट है दैट हैज टू बी रिपीटेड अगेन. आप काउंट करके कोई भी एक लेट्स से काउंट को मैंने इनिशियलाइज कर दिया विद 0. काउंट हैज बीन इनिशियलाइज्ड टू 0. नो नॉट 0, लेट्स से 5 को इनिशियलाइज कर दिया. आई हैव इनिशियलाइज्ड द काउंट विद 5. ओके, सो इन दैट इंस्ट्रक्शन इन काउंट आप क्या करोगे? फाइनली आपको क्या करना है? डिक्रीमेंट काउंट करना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू डिक्रीमेंट अ काउंट एंड आफ्टर डिक्रीमेंटिंग द काउंट आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? कंपेयर एंड जंप करना पड़ेगा. राइट, कंपेयर एंड जंप इफ नॉट इक्वल. बराबर बराबर. किसको कंपेयर करना पड़ेगा? काउंट को with 0 0 से अगर आपको कंपेयर करना है, if it is not equal to 0, jump to a position pointed by back. Is it clear? Is this point clear?
Yes.
So what is happening is that कि मैंने सबसे पहले काउंट इनिशियलाइज कर दिया with 5, उसके बैक के अंदर मैंने कोड डिफाइन किया जो मुझे रिपीट करना है, ओके, एंड देन उसी के अंदर मुझे काउंट को डिक्रीमेंट करना पड़ेगा, which will make my count as now 4, and then it will compare the 4 with my data. So if my data is 0 0, वो compare कर रहा है, if it is not equal, it will go back to back. Okay, so generally हम 8086 में हम ऐसे ही कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शन यूज करते थे. We used a decrement instruction and then CJNE करके या ऐसा CJNZ करके वहाँ पे होता था, compare and jump if not 0, but decrement करके there is no instruction, right? Do you guys remember? Is there a decrement instruction in 8051?
No.
No. So what we do is we replace these two instructions with an instruction which is called as a DJNZ. Okay, so DJNZ क्या करेगा? It will decrement and jump, यानी ये दोनों चीज एक साथ करेगा एक इंस्ट्रक्शन. So it will decrement the count and it will jump if the content of that count is not 0 to a label. Is that point clear? Is that point clear? So decrement and jump if not 0, the count it will count को decrement करेगा and it will jump to back. So how many times will it jump? अगर मैंने count को 5 से initialize किया, so what it will do? I'll just erase that part. Wait a second. I will just erase this part. So मैंने क्या किया, काउंट को 5 से इनिशियलाइज किया. आई हैव इनिशियलाइज्ड द काउंट विद 5. उसके बाद मैंने बैक डिफाइन किया है. बैक डिफाइन करने के बाद मैं नॉर्मल एग्जीक्यूशन कर रहा हूँ, लाइन बाय लाइन लाइन बाय लाइन लाइन बाय लाइन लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूशन कर रहा हूँ. DJNZ इंस्ट्रक्शन आया मेरे पास. व्हाट इट विल डू? व्हाट विल DJNZ विल डू? Will it first compare or will it decrement first?
Compare.
Decrement and jump if not 0. What it will do?
First
It will compare
decrement
first.
and then
It will compare first. It will compare first. So 5 को compare किया. Is it equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, it will decrement it and then jump to the loop. Okay. So इस टाइम पे count जो था वो 5 था. Decrement हुआ. अब वो क्या हो गया? Count क्या बन चुका है आपका?
4.
4 बन गया. वो line by line execution करेगा. It will come to this position. Okay. After coming to this position, it will check again, is 4 equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. It will go back by decrementing the value of count to 3. So अब count का value जो है वो 3 आ गया. It will come down line by line will get executed. As soon as it reaches over there, it will check the count. If the count is not equal to 0, it will do what? It will decrement the count. It will make it as a 2. It will make it as 2 and will execute line by line, and then it will come back. It will decrement the value as 1. It will get executed. It will jump back. As soon as it gets 0, it will come over here. Now it will compare. The count is now what? The count is now what?
0.
0. As soon as it becomes 0, it will do what? It will jump back or it will break the loop. It will break the loop. It will come down. It will come down. Okay. So this is called as this is the way of creating a finite loop. So अगर आपको for loop use करना है, so आपको DJNZ instruction use करना पड़ेगा. अगर आपको conditional statement use करना है, तो आपको CJNE use करना पड़ेगा. अगर आपको infinite loop create करना है, आपको sjump, ajump या ljump में से कोई भी एक jump use करके आपको infinite loop create कर सकते हैं. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So what was the last instruction? Instruction number?
102.
102. Okay, so I'll just cover this instruction and थोड़ा और डिटेल में कल के क्लास में देख लेंगे. Hardly we have about 3 minutes left. So DJNZ has two different forms. So instruction number 103 is DJNZ. DJNZ. We have got RR and we have got a label. So what is RR? RR can be any register that you can think of. So R0, R1, R2, R3, R7, we can have any register. We can also have accumulator. So any register that you can think of. But accumulator is one of the most important register. अगर आप उसके अंदर ही count डाल दिए तो बाकी operation कहाँ पे होगा? So we generally avoid accumulator. Can we use R0? We can use R0. We can also use R0. We can also use R1. But again, those two registers are important register which can be used for indirect addressing mode. So हम लोग R0 और R1 को भी avoid करते हैं. The best register to hold the count is R0, R2 to R7. Okay. But it is generally RR जो है वो हर एक register को support करता है. Okay. So the example that you can give is DJ and Z. RR की जगह पे I will write R7 and I will give label. And that label will be replaced by what? Which address?
Rn.
It will be R address. Okay, so absolute address नहीं replace होगा, long address नहीं replace होगा. It will be only replaced by relative address. Okay, and R7 is what? It is a register which will hold what? R7 के अंदर क्या होगा?
Count.
It will be count. So अगर आपको 5 बार काउंट करना है, 5 बार अगर आपको लूप को डालना है, लूप को चलाना है, तो R7 के अंदर आपको क्या मूव करना पड़ेगा? R7 के अंदर क्या मूव करना पड़ेगा आपको?
Count.
5 आपको स्टोर करना पड़ेगा. So you'll do what? सबसे पहला ऑपरेशन आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Before applying DJ and Z, you have to perform move a, #05h. इसके बाद move R7, A. अब R7 के अंदर 5 आ चुका है. Now you can apply DJ and Z. Okay, R7, label. So ये क्या करेगा? जब तक R7 का कंटेंट 0 नहीं बन जाता तब तक वो लेबल पे जंप करता रहेगा as long as it becomes 0. जैसे ही वो 0 बनेगा, it will do what? It will break out of the loop. Is this instruction clear?
Yes, sir.
So जो इसका syntax है, the syntax is DJ and Z R7, label or RR, label. So RR is generally any instruction, any register that you can think of. But generally we try to avoid A, we generally try to avoid R0, we generally try to avoid R1. उसके अलावा जो भी बच गए register, उसके अंदर आप use कर सकते हैं. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
sir.
We have got another instruction which is 104, DJ and Z. And we pass an address and then we pass a label. So what it will do? What will happen? Example, I will just put an example over here. DJ and Z 25H, label. So what is happening over here? Anybody can explain? What it will compare? What it will compare? What condition will it check? Decrement and jump if not 0. So what is not 0? What we are checking?
Count.
Count कहाँ पे? Count कहाँ पे? Is it 25?
25H के अंदर.
Is it 25 or it is stored at the address 25H?
Stored at the address 25.
Yeah. So 25H address पे जो भी आपने count रखा होगा, if that count is not equal to 0, then you will be performing the jump. If it is equal to 0, if you keep on decrementing, as soon as it becomes 0, you have to break out of the loop. Okay, so every time it will decrement the content stored at 25H and it will check whether it is 0 or not. As long as it is not 0, your loop will continue back and back and back, and as soon as it becomes 0, it will break out of the loop. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in DJ and Z, which is decrement and jump if not 0, we have got two different types. One, that decrement or that count can be stored in any of the register. Two, it can be stored in any of the addresses. So कोई भी address के अंदर आप count को रख सकते हो, कोई भी register के अंदर आप उसको रख सकते हो. So we have got two instruction of DJ and Z type. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So the remaining instruction which are JC, JNC, ये सब जो है बाकी जो बचा है, which is conditional jump, we'll be covering in the next class. Fine. Does anybody has any doubt in today's lecture? किसी को कोई doubt है, कुछ पूछना है in today's lecture? Anybody has a doubt?
एक ज्यादा रन होगा ना, मतलब काउंट 5 देगी तो